Currently, I'm writing this on April 5th, 2020, and we are 6 days away from a very important day. I was already recording and editing another very important video, but for now, I think this takes precedent.
Alexa, bed light on.
So, without further ado, let me just say what I'm sure you've been expecting. Happy birthday, Jannah! I mean, that's all I really had to say, so I can just end this here, right? Fine. Let's try this again. This is Jannah. You may or may not be able to tell, but she's from the Middle East. Well, she's actually born in America, but some of her family's from Palestine, I think. Wait, this isn't some biography. Let's try one more time. This is Jannah. We both actually met in the 10th grade in our Honors English 10 class. Met is a strong word though, because I don't think we ever ended up talking that year. Yet, despite not really knowing anything about her and only hearing her talk with a very calm and monotone voice. No, but seriously, am I just imagining things or did she sound way different in 10th grade? Never mind. Despite not knowing her at all, I kind of already decided that I disliked her. Fast forward 2 years to my senior year of high school where our two paths crossed once more in biology. I feel like I've already talked about this enough before, so I don't really want to focus on it too much. Let's just put it as she ended up sitting next to me in our biology class. Sometime early in the year, I had actually decided to start reading after school for about 30 minutes to an hour each day. And I noticed that across the glass classroom next to me, Jannah was sitting at a table very similar to mine, waiting for her mom. Eventually, she took note of me as well, and she actually came and sat at my table. I don't remember why, maybe something to do with biology, or just to say hi and chill with me, but she did. I was actually kind of annoyed at first. I was reading every day to be productive, and so I could improve myself, and she just came here and interrupted it all. But Jannah's helped me more than that book ever could have. We all have important defining moments in our lives, a moment in which your actions or thoughts are challenged and cause a decisive change in how you view yourself and the world around you. We often don't realize when something is a defining moment while it's happening. In my experience, it always starts off slow. It's like dipping your toe in the water before jumping into a pool. Or maybe the beginning of a new crush, where every glimpse you steal of the other person fills you with immeasurable contempt. However, before you know it, you're in the pool. And before you know it, you're asking your crush out. And looking back on it, you realize that those early signs of curiosity ended up becoming defining moments in your life. Sure, they could have led to nothing when you think about it. But now, because you initially dipped your toes into that pool, you're going to be swimming professionally all across the world. Because you had those initial flutters in your heart, you're now getting married to the person you love most in this world. Now, obviously, these might be big exaggerations. These defining moments don't need to amount to such grandeur. However, those moments changed you, and you couldn't be more thankful for the change that they brought. I know I got a little sidetracked, but what I'm trying to say is I think I owe a lot of thanks to Jannah. More thanks than I could ever say. I was kind of at a point in my life where I saw all relationships with other people as useless and a huge pain in the ass. And while it didn't happen immediately, over time, Jannah broke that ideology I held so dear to myself. She was someone who never took my cold shoulder at face value and would still sit there across from me silently as I chose to ignore her and read my book. She not only acted as a beacon of light in my life, but she used that light to point me towards two other very important individuals in my life. And looking back on it now, those days of me, sitting outside Mrs. Carson's room after the final bell rang at 2:55, reading American Gods by Neil Gaiman, and even though I try to act like I was completely engrossed into my book, I'd always take my eyes off the pages when I saw someone coming, which would always lead me to see you come and sit down across from me, as you waited for your mom to finish up for the day of work so you could get home. All of that was a defining moment in my life. Jannah, you're amazing. You don't need me to say it, but I always want to. I can list off a bunch of positive adjectives to tell you why you're so amazing, but it wouldn't really matter. You're amazing for everything you are. There's no perfect descriptor I can place on you to help exemplify who you are. There are so many aspects of you that I admire and work to replicate in my own life. From the perseverance you put into any problem thrown at you to your fun-loving attitude towards life, These things make me want to remind you that you're amazing. It makes me want to grab you by the shoulder and thank you for all the kindness and warmth you have given me. But since we're in a pandemic, I hope this is enough to convey the same message. Happy birthday, Jannah. I hope your 20th year on this earth ends up being a big one.